Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in another video today, and we're going to be talking about a potential trade that the Houston Astros might make. As today, Bryan Reynolds, center fielder for the Pittsburgh Pirates, has requested a trade from the organization. And, well, while the Pittsburgh Pirates have said they're not going to trade him, he has requested a trade, and, as a Houston fan, I know what it's like when players request a trade from the Texans and the Rockets the past couple years. When a player requests a trade, they want out. And the Astros, center field is a position the Astros have needed ever since George Springer signed with the Blue Jays. And, there's a lot of other guys that the Astros have been looking at, whether it's Cody Bellinger, who's an awful fit for the Astros because of the history and the way he's played the last couple of years. Bellinger's a bad fit for the Astros because of all the horrible things he said about us because we cheated, and he's not been that great the last couple of years. And then Brandon Nimmo, who's more of a left fielder than a center fielder. So I think Bryan Reynolds is a decent move. And, he's young, he's 27, and he's actually in the same draft class as Bregman too. And, he's coming off a great year with the 262 batting average, 27 home runs, 62 RBIs. Played almost every single game this year. Played 145 out of the 162. And, I get his frustration being a good player and having a good year, almost a 30 home run season, 60-plus RBI season, with a great batting average. I think he might have. I don't know if he was an all-star. He might have been an all-star. I don't think so. Could have been an all-star. I think he was having conversations for it, but he didn't make it. Was almost an all-star, and his team isn't good. Sometimes when you play really good like that and there's no success, you want out. And the Pirates are a really young team. They have a good future, but I think he just probably wants to be on a really better team. The Astros are a perfect fit for that. They need a center fielder. I would say go for this move, because, he's coming off a great year. You might have to give up a little bit of maybe a couple of prospects or maybe a major leaguer as well with a couple of prospects. But, center field last year was one of the biggest problems for the Astros, and I think that the Astros should be willing to pay the price to get the center fielder, whether it's Bryan Reynolds or it's someone else. It's Cody Bellinger. God forbid if Mike Trout becomes available. So the Astros should be willing to pay whatever price it is for a center fielder, because that is I wouldn't say that's their number one needed position right now, because I would also say they need a catcher really bad, but a catcher. Well, a good offensive catcher and a center fielder is the two needs that the Astros needs the most right now. So, with Bryan Reynolds coming available as he requested trade, we'll see if they will trade him, and if the Astros will go after him. Let me know your thoughts, and peace out. Go Astros.